You've been lied to about what truly turns women on. It's not money, it's not abs, and it's definitely not how many compliments you throw her way. What ignites a woman's desire runs far deeper, something biological, psychological, and primal. And once you understand it, you'll see how attraction isn't about chasing her. It's about awakening something inside her that she can't control. Let's start with the truth. Most men try to attract women through logic. They believe if they're nice enough, attentive enough, or prove how much they care, she'll suddenly want them. But attraction doesn't live in logic, it lives in emotion. Women don't fall for consistency, they fall for emotional impact. They crave unpredictability, mystery, and a subtle sense of danger. Not in the physical sense, but in the emotional one. See, the female brain is wired for stimulation, not safety. Safety makes her feel secure, but it doesn't make her feel alive. When she senses that you have options, when she feels that she can't fully read you, when she realizes you're calm but capable of walking away at any moment, that's when her instincts fire. Because the man who doesn't need her approval instantly becomes the one who captures her imagination. Think about it. How many times have you seen a woman chase a man who doesn't give her constant attention? It's not because he's rude. It's because his energy communicates something powerful. I am my own world. You can join it, but you can't control it. That's the essence of what actually turns women on, the psychological tension between comfort and challenge. She needs to feel that you're stable but not predictable, confident but not arrogant, present but not desperate. It's the emotional contrast that keeps her hooked. The irony is, most men turn this balance upside down. They give too much, reveal too soon, and lose their polarity before attraction can even begin. A woman wants to feel you, not figure you out. So when your words, tone, and energy carry depth, she feels something she can't describe. And once that emotion takes hold, her desire becomes instinctive. To truly understand what turns a woman on, you have to look beyond her words and into her psychology. Because what she says she wants and what her subconscious responds to are rarely the same. A woman may tell you she wants a nice guy, but her biology doesn't crave comfort. It craves stimulation. The female mind is drawn to emotional intensity, to presence, and to the man who makes her feel something real in a world that's gone numb. It starts with one thing: your energy. Not your looks, not your job, not your possessions, your emotional frequency. The silent message your body language, tone, and calmness send every second. When you walk into a room with certainty in your eyes, when your movements are slow and deliberate, when you speak like you're grounded in your purpose, every woman feels it. It's not arrogance, it's energetic dominance. Women are biologically tuned to detect confidence faster than words. They can sense tension, weakness, and desperation in microseconds. And that's why overthinking kills attraction. When you're stuck in your head, trying to say the right thing, trying to please, trying to earn her interest, you break that masculine polarity that draws her in. Desire dies not because she doesn't find you attractive, but because she doesn't feel your certainty. That's the secret of true male magnetism. It's not what you say, it's the silence between your words. The calm confidence that communicates, I'm in control of myself, and that's why I don't need to control you. It gives her the psychological safety to relax while still feeling the thrill of your power. Here's the paradox. Women are not turned on by men who chase. They're turned on by men who lead. Not in dominance, but in direction. When your actions say, I know who I am, I know where I'm going, she subconsciously feels safe to be feminine around you. That's the energy she responds to on a primal level, the polarity between your grounded focus and her emotional flow. So the real question isn't, how do I turn her on? The real question is, what energy am I radiating when I'm around her? Because desire doesn't start in her body. It starts in the way she perceives your mind. If your presence calms her yet keeps her intrigued, she'll crave that feeling again and again. And that's the science of attraction most men never learn. Now here's where most men fail. They think attraction is built through effort, when in reality it's built through emotion. A woman's desire isn't logical, it's neurological. It's driven by the way her brain processes excitement, anticipation, and tension. The same chemicals that make her heart race in danger are the ones that make her crave the man who triggers emotional intensity. That's why your silence, your confidence, and your unpredictability are so powerful. They activate curiosity, and curiosity is the seed of attraction. When she can't quite figure you out, when she feels that small uncertainty about how you truly feel, her mind starts working overtime. She replays your words, your pauses, your glances, not because you're manipulative, but because you're no longer predictable. You've become a psychological puzzle, and every woman secretly loves to solve one. You see, when you're too available, when you explain every thought, when you rush to reassure her, you kill that tension. You strip away the mystery that fuels feminine desire, because attraction lives in space, not closeness. It's the unspoken moments, the slow look, the calm silence, the unhurried reply that make her wonder. And that wondering is where the fire begins. Think about this. Women aren't drawn to men who give them constant validation. They're drawn to men whose validation means something. The man whose attention feels earned, not given. That scarcity makes it valuable. When she realizes that your time, your focus, and your emotions aren't freely available to everyone, she starts to crave them more. Biologically, this ties to dopamine, the brain's reward chemical. Every time she gets a response from you that feels unpredictable, her brain releases a small surge of dopamine. It's the same system that makes gambling addictive. She doesn't know when or how you'll respond, but that uncertainty keeps her emotionally engaged. So if you're constantly chasing her, stop. You're giving her full access to your energy, and there's no mystery in abundance. But when you pull back, not as a tactic, but as a natural result of self-respect, you flip the dynamic. She starts chasing the feeling she gets when she's around your controlled, centered energy. Attraction isn't about impressing her. It's about awakening her instincts. Make her feel that you could walk away at any moment, but choose to stay. That choice, your calm restraint, is what ignites real, lasting desire. Let's talk about something most men never realize. What truly turns a woman on is not how much attention you give her, but how deeply she feels your presence when you're there. Women crave emotional intensity, not emotional availability. They want to feel something when they're with you, not comfort, not boredom, but a pulse, a spark that makes them feel alive again. This is why men who understand emotional control always stand out. They don't overshare. They don't chase validation. They don't react to everything she says or does. Instead, they create emotional gravity, that quiet confidence that says, "I don't need you to feel good about myself." That energy is intoxicating to a woman because it speaks to something ancient inside her. A woman wants to feel led by your energy, not suffocated by your need for approval. Understand this. Women are emotional mirrors. They reflect the energy you project. If you bring chaos, they respond with confusion. If you bring peace, they soften. But if you bring depth, that rare mix of calm confidence and mystery, they can't stop thinking about you, because you're not just another man seeking attention. You've become an experience. You see, the science of female desire is built on polarity, the balance of masculine and feminine energy. When you're centered, unbothered, and self-contained, you create polarity. When you chase, plead, or over-explain, you destroy it. Every time you give away your emotional control, you hand her the power to decide how you feel. And nothing kills attraction faster than a man who's emotionally unstable. Here's the irony. The less you try to prove your worth, the more valuable you become. The moment you stop seeking her reaction, you start commanding it. Because real attraction is never forced, it's inspired. And the man who moves with purpose, who's passionate about his life, who can sit in silence without needing validation, that man awakens a woman's primal desire. Biologically, this ties to dopamine, the brain's reward chemical. Every time she gets a response from you that feels unpredictable, her brain releases a small surge of dopamine. It's the same system that makes gambling addictive. She doesn't know when or how you'll respond, but that uncertainty keeps her emotionally engaged. So if you're constantly chasing her, stop. You're giving her full access to your energy, and there's no mystery in abundance, But when you pull back, not as a tactic, but as a natural result of self-respect, you flip the dynamic. She starts chasing the feeling she gets when she's around your controlled, centered energy. Attraction isn't about impressing her. It's about awakening her instincts. Make her feel that you could walk away at any moment, but choose to stay. That choice, your calm restraint, is what ignites real, lasting desire. Here's the truth most men can't handle. Women aren't turned on by the man who gives them everything. They're turned on by the man who makes them feel everything, every emotion, the tension, the thrill, the curiosity, the comfort, the challenge. Desire isn't built through constant affection. It's built through emotional contrast. The push and pull between closeness and mystery. When you're always available, you remove that contrast. You become predictable. And predictability kills attraction faster than rejection ever could. Women are emotional creatures. Their desire thrives in movement, in uncertainty, in feeling something unexpected. That's why they can lose interest in the perfect guy, but obsess over the one they can't quite figure out. Because her emotions aren't logical, they're chemical. The male brain seeks stability. The female brain seeks stimulation. And this is where most men lose the game. They try to secure her when what they should be doing is inspiring her. You don't secure a woman's attraction by promising her forever. You secure it by making her feel alive in the present. When she's with you, she should feel like time slows down. That's what your presence should do, anchor her in the now. So how do you create that? By mastering emotional control. You lead the energy, not react to it. When she pulls away, you don't panic, you hold your frame. When she tests your patience, you stay grounded. Because when she sees you can't be shaken by her moods, she subconsciously feels safer and more drawn to you. It's paradoxical, but it's pure psychology. A woman's attraction deepens when she feels both excitement and safety. Safety from your stability, excitement from your unpredictability. That's why a confident silence can be more seductive than 1,000 compliments. That's why a slow, deliberate response triggers more desire than an instant text back. It's the restraint that builds tension, and tension is the root of desire. So let's strip it all down to the core. What truly turns a woman on isn't your money, your muscles, or your words. It's your energy. The silent signal that says, I know who I am, and I don't need you to validate it. That's the kind of man she feels drawn to, even when she tries to resist, because that kind of presence awakens something ancient inside her, the instinct to be near strength. Not domination, but inner command. Women crave polarity, the spark between masculine certainty and feminine flow. When you radiate calm confidence, when your emotions are under your control instead of hers, she feels it. It's magnetic. That's why a man who walks away with peace in his eyes is more desirable than a man who begs to be loved. Because one is grounded in abundance and the other is drowning in need. And need repels attraction faster than anything else. Think about this. The same woman who says she wants kindness and consistency will still test the man who gives it too easily. Not because she's cruel, but because she wants to feel if it's real. She needs to see if your calm survives the storm, if your strength holds when she pushes back. That's how she knows you're not performing confidence. You are confidence. And when she senses that, everything changes. Her tone softens, her guard lowers, her curiosity heightens. That's when attraction transforms into desire, and desire turns into respect. It's not about playing games or pretending to be distant. It's about being so grounded in yourself that her emotions can move around you like waves around a rock. You remain solid and still.